The Bride Price. The movie starts with an opening scene where a man is seen pricing goats in the market. Meet Aloy. He's about to get married to the most beautiful girl in his world and must do all he can to pay the humongous amount of money for her bride price. He's negotiating the price of the goat when he gets on a video call with Ada, his wife-to-be. She reminds him not to forget anything on the list while applying her makeup. She's a fine girl, Sha. It's just that Aloy doesn't like heavy makeup. Emeka is printing the list of items for dowry. The guy don't print, so tell him office paper don't even finish. Aloy puts a call through to Emeka, who tells him that the list is too much and that he should negotiate it with Prof. Anyways, Aloy adheres to Emeka's advice and proceeds to Prof's house to negotiate the list. He begs Prof to give him a discount, considering that he's just a young man still trying to build a business, but Prof turns him down. To marry an Igbo girl is no joke, bro. Just as Aloy is about to leave, there comes Ikuku, a wealthy Igbo man who loves to flaunt his wealth. He steps down from his car and greets Prof with a few cash, while Aloy stares in despair. Aloy owns a small business. He sells tires and a few other things. Just to meet up with the price on the list, he's already selling his goods below the original amount. He goes home to meet Ada, who is a TikTok freak. While they are chilling out, the doorbell rings and someone has dropped a flower there. She thinks it's from Aloy, but then he tells her he knows nothing about it. It must be from Ikuku, she thought. She picks up her phone and warns Ikuku never to do such a thing again. Aloy and Emeka are out eating in a restaurant while they start discussing the bill. Emeka pledges to support Aloy with 1 million naira. But then, how far can 1 million naira go in a bill of over 12,860,000? While arranging their bedroom, Ada finds the marriage list. She calls her father immediately and complains to him. The money is too much, she says, and begs him to reduce it so that Aloy won't run away. Well, if he does, Ikuku will be waiting, her father replied. Still in the restaurant, Aloy checks his phone. An investment he signed up for just credited him. He is happy and ready to invest as another window opens. Emeka tries discouraging him, but his mind is made up already. He needs to raise money for his traditional marriage. Aloy meets Tunde. He wants to sell his tires to him, taking 40% off the original price just to raise more money. Tunde discourages him, but also pledges to support him in any way he can. Aloy is watching football, holding a betting slip in his hands. He hides the slip as soon as he sees Ada walking, but she discovers it somehow, and he says it belongs to Emeka. Suspecting that he is disturbed over the list, she offers to help with the list. But the hard guy doesn't need any help from his fiancée. Aloy begins to sell his properties, one after the other, and soon, he sells every single appliance in his house. On top marriage matter, my guy is having a bad day. He just lost 600k to a Ponzi scheme. He's not finding anything funny as his sister walks in. Confronting him over their father's land, he's planning to sell. He no get wetin love no go make man do sha. His sister is not taking this one from him. Aloy is with Emeka in a tailor's shop, getting his clothes for the occasion. Aloy is met with shock. Guess what? Oasis has just crashed his online Ponzi program. Well, Emeka reminds him of the 1 million naira pledge he made earlier, and he must take it if he doesn't want to go to his marriage alone. Aloy calls a committee of friends meeting. The men are excited and are seen chattering and laughing loudly. They are ready to support Aloy in the possible ways they can. Over and over, he keeps going through the list, ticking the things he has been able to do, to know what remains to be done. Omo, head full oh. But then, what's his next plan? Ada is on her way to the village with her best friend on a phone. A loud and lousy woman is disturbing the cool on the plane. Ada sits quietly, trying to cope with the disturbances. She opted that they should have just stayed in the economy class. Well, if she is so concerned about safety, she shouldn't settle for Aloy. But she certainly is not settling. She chose him. Ada arrives in her hometown and is welcomed by a group of women, singing and dancing. Ada's friends are excited to be there. Also, as the day for the marriage draws closer, Aloy goes to buy yam in the market. Work was going on. The boys loaded the yam in the truck, but suddenly, Aloy couldn't find his money anymore. He must have been pickpocketed. Having no choice, he has to find a way home, and so he follows a pickup van. Not like he had a choice, sha. Pleasant morning. It's Ada's birthday. We see a group of women cooking outside. Ada gets a surprise call and steps out to see what it is about. Right before her was a brand new SUV. Ada's best friend, a social media freak, wants to let the gram know what's popping. Well, Ada rejects the gifts and she discovers it's not from Aloy. Here's where it begins to get interesting. It's the day for Ada's traditional marriage. Prof is sitting in the living room with other elders, waiting patiently for Aloy and his people to arrive. Unfortunately, Aloy and his people are held on the road, trying to fix their broken vehicle. Ada's father is tired of waiting and is already losing his cool When one of the elders requests that he stay calm, everyone is worried, especially Ada, who has been trying to reach him on the phone, but he hasn't been taking her calls. What if he has been involved in an accident? She says to her best friend. Anyway, thank goodness he is not. The vehicle has been fixed and is ready to move after much time has been wasted. Aloy's family finally arrives at Ada's father's house, accompanied by a large crowd of family members and musicians welcoming them. After a long delay at the gate, Aloy's sister is seen complaining. A messenger, Bonnie, announces to the elders that the people they've been waiting for have finally arrived, but Prof insists that the gate remains locked, saying they kept him waiting for too long. However, after much pleading from his wife, he finally lets them in. The next scene is introduced by melodious music coming from a live band in Prof's compound. Beautiful ladies dancing to the melodious rhythm. Ada being their leader. Ada is beautifully adorned. Wow, what a beauty. She dances with joy as the musicians are doing what they do best. The men are inside the house, cross-checking the list to know if all they asked for is on ground. The women are also seen observing their list, cross-checking everything and making sure they are complete. The men are not done yet though. Where is the kola nut? Well, since there is no kola nut, they are asked to bring 200k. Shouts and noises everywhere. The women are arguing, and they refuse to accept 150k as the bride's mother's share. I wonder if na them born the pikin sha, and that's mother calms the chaos and is willing to accept whatever her in-laws can afford. There also seems to be a misunderstanding among the men. Aloy will not pay an extra dime on all he has presented for the family. Prof, on the other hand, is not continuing any process if Aloy doesn't pay the requested amount of money. After a dialogue with his uncle, Aloy agrees to pay the money. Waiting for him downstairs was Ada. She's not happy with all that is going on between the two families. Aloy, however, comforts her and braces her up. Myself go love her. On the other side were Prof and his wife. His wife talks to him convincingly, letting him see why the two should get married. This made Prof reconsider his decision. He meets the money he requested on the table. The family of the bride and the groom join the ceremony finally. Now, let the ceremony begin properly. Ada is full of joy as she dances with her friends in excitement. She kneels before her father to receive the palm wine from his hand. She dances with a cup of palm wine in her hand as she searches for Aloy in the crowd. She finds him and gives him the palm wine to gulp. He gulps the palm wine, puts money in the empty cup, and holds her hand as they dance back to Prof and kneel for the blessing. Now, Prof officially hands their daughter over to him. There's joy in the atmosphere. Everyone is happy. While some are dancing, others are trying to pick money from the ground. In comes Ikuku, displaying his wealth lavishly, spraying money in hard currency. EFCC. Well, na day. Abina because no be naira. Anyways, several months have gone by, and Ada is now heavily pregnant and expecting a baby in no time. Things are not so rosy amongst the two. Aloy has disconnected himself and his wife from her family due to the pain they made him pass through just to marry their daughter. As they are arguing, Ada falls into labor. She successfully gives birth to a bouncing baby boy. Emeka begs Aloy to let Ada reconnect with her parents, but Aloy hesitates. He still feels the pain of what he went through just to get married to Ada. Emeka reveals to him how far Ada went, just so the marriage goes well. They both enter the ward to congratulate Ada. While in the ward, Aloy asks for a favor from Emeka. Ada is fast asleep when Aloy enters the room, accompanied by Ada's parents. Wow, what a surprise! After 9 months, Ada is excited to reunite with her parents and her friends. Aloy picks up the child and hands him over to Prof, hoping he won't give him another list because his wife gave birth. Wow, Aloy tried for this movie, sha. He showed us how to fight to get what we want.